Hi everybody, it's James Bartolet.
And Lotus Lain.
And Sandra Luberc.
And Gizmo.
Gizmo too.
And welcome to a new episode here of Inside the Industry. Very special show. And I know Sandra and I were very excited when I told her that I talked to my dear longtime friend Lotus that she was going to be on the show, because this woman not only was an acclaimed star of everything from Wicked Pictures to kink.com. She starred in a lot of kink movies. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And now retired from performing. And she works now as an intimacy coordinator. Now, that's not just in mainstream movies, but also some adult films too.
That's where I got started, actually.
Wow. All right, so without further ado, Lotus Lain is here with us.
Yeah.
Our phone number to call in tonight is 818-231-2580. That's right, so you can call in with any questions that you've got for the girls. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for Miss Lain here, because being an intimacy coordinator is something that's happened not only in the adult industry, but with the mainstream industry since the Me Too movement really became big.
That's when it got started. I don't ever say the R word, though. I never say that I'm retired.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just think that that's kind of just a word that gets like flung around when people don't see someone like actively chasing
Can I say
bookings.
former?
Yeah, or just, you know,
Taking a break.
a hiatus. I feel like, to me personally, like, once a porn star, always a porn star.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
because you can always tap back in at different ages.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you're in a wrestling match.
yeah,
Like,
honestly, yeah, you know. How many times in the past have you heard of porn stars that retire only to make a big comeback? And
That's
you know,
true.
maybe it's part of the marketing, but I just feel like I like to leave the door open.
It's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. Like
Well,
I was saying.
Moving on now, intimacy coordinator is something you started doing in the adult industry.
Yeah.
What is the definition of an intimacy coordinator, Lotus?
To make it very easy to understand, just like the way stunt coordinators coordinate the action sequences in movies or fight sequences, we will coordinate the intimate sequences. So that can be kissing, heavy petting, to full-on sex scenes. But
So even kissing.
I was gonna say, as you know from experience, I've also been called to sets that actually have no intimacy, and it just could be because there's situations that arise on set that require my presence. Yeah.
And there were some girls, and according to Screen Actors Guild, if there are any actors that are topless in a scene, you have to have an intimacy coordinator.
What exactly you do there? Like,
Yeah, so I'll just check in with actors about their boundaries and their concerns about a scene once they've read the script, to see what they're thinking. How does it feel? What is going on in their mind about the way the scene is supposed to be performed? So if it says something vague, like they have throes of passion sex, I'll ask, well, what do you think that means? And then they can tell me what they think it means, and then I'll tell them what the director wants to see, what the production wants to see, and then I'll say, now how do you feel about that? Like, and then with this information, they're able to decide, oh, well, I didn't know I was gonna have to give the guy oral on camera, you know, like, you know, it's simulated, but you know, a lot of mainstream actors are really sensitive about certain sex things that they're portraying. And if it just says, oh, throes of passion, that's really vague. And then the director says, okay, but I want to see something like, giving head and like him going down on her, and like they just say things that they want to see, and then the actor is like, oh well, okay, I didn't know I was gonna have to do stuff like that. Maybe I don't want to do that. I need to talk to my agent, and then there's like kind of a negotiation.
So you're the person who fixed everything
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of smooth
She's a
everything out.
go-between.
Yeah.
I smooth everything out so that way the moment they get on set, they're not negotiating those things on set, maybe half naked with the camera crew standing around and the lights, and everybody's can we film this scene? And then they're under pressure to just get it done. It's like already been talked about, all the awkwardness, all the weird stuff. And now we can just go straight into it. Kind of like a coordinated dance, or like I was saying with stunt coordinators, coordinated fight scene.
So how it's like feel more trouble or something like that, like from adult peoples or regular actors? Like
Oh, that's a good question.
Hold on, caller.
I honestly do feel that mainstream actors have a lot more concerns with how they're portrayed and what they're willing to portray on screen. But I think with both sets of types of actors, the more prominent you are as far as like popularity, the more
you can do like
the more they are protective of that image.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, if you don't mind, we're going to go to a caller right now. Hello, caller. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Hey, James, it's Jason.
Hello there, Jason.
Hello.
Hey, I love Pink so much,
Oh, wow.
Lotus. So I have a very good question. What is your favorite Kink movie you've been in?
My favorite kink movie that I've been in. Wow, that's so hard because there are so many.
There's over 50 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Let me see.
The straight movies that Kink does, or just
Okay, I'll give
solo?
you one of each category, kind of like straight and not. Okay, so one that was a favorite was I believe it was with Daisy Ducati and I believe Chanel Hart, and
Daisy was in Scissors with us.
Yeah, and we she was, and we dominated a white guy together, and it was kind of like a Men in Pain scene. So he got pegged by us, he got beat up by us, he got really destroyed, and it was really fun. It was like a cute bonding moment for all of us.
I just
Jason,
look up and like, I would just
Jason,
kill
you
him.
know what pegging is, right? What's that?
have you ever worked with Princess Donna on Kink?
No, I have not worked with Princess Donna. That would be such an honor, but I was actually on set with her in the background of one of the public shaming, I forget what the exact title was, but you know the public humiliation ones that they used to do where someone would be in a room and the whole group would kind of like do things to this one performer. So I was...
That sounds like a Trump cabinet meeting.
Oh my
But
It
gosh.
actually does.
Okay,
It
no,
actually does.
Yeah.
But no, so I was one of the audience participants in, I feel like 2 of Donna's movies that she was directing of that genre.
Wow.
I know
It's
her
pretty
from
intense.
St. Petersburg when she came first time to Russia. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
So you worked with her.
She directed my movie, yeah. She's like,
What
told me-
movie was that, baby?
I don't remember the name, but it was 2013 in Russia, St. Petersburg. She came first time to Russia, and we have a picture when she like hugged me like that, like, oh my god, you're so small.
Yeah, I could see her because she's really tall.
Yeah, she's a tall. She's like, I was more skinny. I was like teen girl that time, like 18 years old. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other one that I like, my other favorite scene, I would say, now you reminded me, is with Leah Alexis, and she dominated me. She was a dom, and she has a voice like you, like Eastern European.
Yeah.
So it worked really good as like the dom with that kind of like Eastern European scary voice. And she was doing like electro slut stuff on me, and I've never been electrocuted
She's a
before.
What
producer
is
now.
mean?
Yeah, so that was my first time.
What does it mean? What electrous?
Like, that's the name of the site, Electro Sluts, but then, like, she was using, like, electric stimulation on me, like, this shock thing, like,
The
a
nipple
cattle
clamps.
prod.
Do you like
Yeah, it was my first time doing it for that scene, and I was scared, but then we got through it all the different sequences. Was actually really fun and really intense, but in a different way that I would have never tried unless
Will
it
you
was
do
with the
that
safety of kink. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And a
yeah,
lot
That's
of
the thing.
course.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you try things like
Yeah.
that in a safe, secure way with people that know what they're doing, professionals, it gives you kind of like the freedom and curiosity to be like, okay, I do want to keep exploring this. So yeah, electro play is something I do again.
Interesting.
They make the
Thank
best
you.
movies.
Yeah, they do. They do. What's your favorite of mine now that I've told you? I'm talking like he's a little.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank
you're a
you.
big fan of her, right?
I like every one of them.
Oh.
Thank
Of
you.
course. We know why. Look at her.
He's going out tomorrow and he's getting a Lotus Lain tattoo on his leg.
Well, if you get a lotus tattoo, that'd be cool. A lot of people do have lotus tattoos.
Get out.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, because it's like a cool flower to have tattooed. So I've noticed.
Oh, but no,
when
I
meet-
meant a tattoo of
No,
your
no.
face and your body.
No. I mean the flower.
Oh, okay. Because I know a lot of stars that have done that. They've got, they have fans that have got
yeah.
their
Yeah,
whole body. In fact, the gal who called in the previous show, Priya Rai, this guy tattooed her whole body with clothes on his leg.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we're like, dude, what are you going to do if you're going to settle down and get married?
He
Oh, I
happy.
probably won't.
He probably won't.
Yeah, especially with that tattoo of an adult film star on your leg.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to find a woman that'll put up with that.
Can you make a tattoo with my Instagram name, please? People's follow. This will be good.
So she wants you to tattoo
yeah.
her name on you.
Okay, her name, not mine. Her
Lotus.
name.
Both of our names.
Wow.
Yes, thank you.
On both arms. There you go.
And Gizmo too.
Do you have tattoos?
Gizmo is so.
Gizmo, you famous.
No, I don't have any tattoos.
Okay.
These
Oh,
two
he
do
likes
your first.
Gizmo. He likes Gizmo.
I have a pit bull named Sophie, and she loves people.
Oh, I know. You know, I always have I have dogs on the show. I invite the guests to bring their dogs on because, you know, I'm a huge animal rights activist, so please remember that. And by the way, speaking of the animal rights stuff, next month is Easter, and a lot of people go out and they get a bunny for their loved one or for their children and stuff. No. Stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Stop.
Why?
Do not do that. 99% of the time, that animal dies because it's coming from some bunny farm and they've got diseases. And number two,
They sell
the
bunnies?
kids don't know how to take care of them. This is an animal that you can't just keep as a little dog like Gizmo here and pet. They're going to go to the bathroom all over the place. You can't put a diaper on a bunny rabbit. Okay, they're going to chew up the furniture. They're going to chew up the rugs. And also, you know, you may not be able to take care of them. And if you live like out here in the San Fernando Valley, 9 times out of 10, that animal is going to be gone because the coyotes can jump over a 7-foot fence.
There's a lot of coyotes out there.
There's a shitload of coyotes out here in the San Fernando Valley now.
So
I
let's
mean-
ask what kind of question you have for your star guest here. Ask questions. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have one more question.
Yes.
Have you ever worked with Tommy Pistol?
Actually, no, I have not. That's
But he
not-
was on Scissors Chapter
Was
2.
he?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
He wasn't there that day when you were there.
Okay, yeah. No, we keep missing each other, crossing paths, but not working together.
Yeah. And he's actually working as a coordinator now on sets.
Oh, is he too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. A lot of people made that transition.
So who's your favorite person? If you could pick one person in the whole adult industry to work with, who would it be?
One person to work with, like forever?
It's boring.
Well, not forever.
What do you mean? Just like next in
Who would you want to do a scene with?
Oh, okay.
Like Misty or
Like
somebody.
who would I want to do a scene with? Yeah, sure, Misty. I have not done a scene with her actually.
You have not worked with
No.
her? Oh.
We were booked together once, but then I think there was like a scheduling conflict, and then someone else replaced her.
Oh.
She's incredible. That girl's got energy.
She is. I've seen her perform. I see how she turns it on. Really good. Really.
I needed a
quality.
walker after our scene because on my legs I was tired.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How long are you in the industry?
All right. Well, thanks
since
for calling
2012.
in tonight.
2012.
All right. Hi, James.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
our number to call in, 818-231-2580. Being an intimacy coordinator takes a lot of training, and it isn't something you just do overnight.
That's true, yeah. It definitely is something that I did take training for, and I also feel that my experience having been in porn and a sex worker helped make me a better intimacy coordinator. Being that I know what it feels like to be intimate on camera, being in front of the camera in that position, I know what the actors are going through and what they probably need in moments when everybody else is focused on, logistical stuff, with camera angles and whatnot. But yeah, what was your question? Sorry, I can ramble.
Well, no, that's fine. What I wanted to know was like, an intimacy coordinator also would be coordinating if there's any kind of nudity in the scene. I'm going to throw an example out. American Horror Story.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we had a big orgy scene there with Lady Gaga.
What?
And they had a intimacy coordinator out there because the guys had like a little sock down there, and then the girls had the pasties on her. And then the girls were in there, and
And
you're
a
watching the
strapless
show.
thong.
A strapless thong, and it looks like their naked bodies having this big orgy, and then she's sitting there, and of course she was a vampire in that. So then after everybody's finished, then she opens up the door, and then the little baby vampires come in, and she goes, "Feast, my children, feast." And then so there was an intimacy coordinator there to check on everybody.
They put socks on the dick?
Duh.
Yeah, that's the difference with mainstream, because no one's genitals are supposed to touch.
If that's supposed to
Yeah,
happen.
then that's like
So-
porno territory, and then it's a violation for sure.
Do you have any problems, like situation with actors, like it's your fault, like
No.
it's you? No.
No, people are really professional,
Good.
and no one ever really accidentally
Like, because
touches
of
anything
divas
or
or
something. No,
No?
not that I've not had that yet. No.
No, yeah.
And SAG has to approve all of these things ahead of time. Because if there is more nudity or more intimate sexual things going on, that has to be approved. Bless you. That has to be approved by the union ahead of time, because SAG now has intimacy coordinators are now covered under Screen Actors Guild.
So true.
And that means more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
part.
also more legitimacy too. So.
Yeah.
Your friend.
Yeah. How much can an intimacy coordinator make, Lotus Lain?
If it's not super difficult.
Is it? I don't want to.
No, the thing is, our standard SAG rate is $1,200 per 8-hour day.
Damn.
It could also fluctuate depending on the size of the production. So if it's a smaller production, obviously that can be negotiable to fit into their budget. But if it's a bigger production, then we can ask for whatever we feel our skill set.
Would you have more than
Would
one
ask.
on a set?
Yeah, like if there's gonna be a big orgy scene, but then you have like your number ones and your number twos also doing a sex scene, so maybe the main intimacy coordinator is focused on the main two actors, and then the backup intimacy coordinator is focused on background actors doing their orgy.
A perfect example, that TV show The Boys,
Okay, yeah.
about the superheroes.
Okay, yeah.
There was a season back, or maybe 2 seasons back, where they had the superheroes had an orgy. And it was so funny. There was like the little midget lady shrunk down, and then she was jacking off the penis, and it was a giant paper
A big one.
But there was a lot of sex, not only with speaking roles, but background folk actors as well, which are all covered under SAG. So there were 2 on that set there, watching
Yeah, that
everybody.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, you only have 2 sets two eyes, one set of eyes, and you can only see so much. And if there's more than 4 people that you're coordinating with, it does become difficult to kind of maintain the safety standards that everybody's gonna really need.
And the showrunners and the directors and the cinematographers appreciate all of that. They appreciate having an intimacy coordinator there. Yeah.
Do you feel sometimes like, because you work in adult industry too, like, oh, are you from adult industry? Did they tell you something like that?
No. I did
good.
have a lot of apprehension about that in the early part of my intimacy coordinator career transition. But my mentor, she kept assuring me that I really don't have to worry about that. Just show up authentically as myself. And I feel like that was a really good advice because I feel like if I had to hide any of that, it would just create another dichotomy of like a double life, and I really don't want to live that way. I want to just live the way I am on the open. That's why I also didn't choose to change
your name,
my legal name as an intimacy coordinator, or use a different professional name. I'm still Lotus as an intimacy coordinator just as much as I'm Lotus here in the adult industry when I'm in front of the camera. So
now let me ask you a question here that could follow under intimacy coordinating. If somebody outs somebody on a mainstream shoot and says, oh, you used to do porn, or you're still currently doing porn and stuff like that. Could that be a violation?
I think that would be. It's never happened because that would be so outrageous and outlandish for anybody to just straight up out someone like that. Me especially.
Yeah.
But
I've had that happen.
That's really unfortunate, but that's like the ultimate hater move. But I feel like if someone were to say something like that on a mainstream film set, that would be grounds for like sexual harassment, because why are you bringing this up on a mainstream set when it has nothing to do with the work that's being done? Unless what my past is interfering with the work we're doing on this set right now, which it never has and it never will.
And it's not that actor's fault.
No,
it's the person that's making a deal about that, you know.
Care.
Yeah.
She make her job and that.
But there's some people that just they have to keep living everybody else's life. Live your own life, right, girls?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Do your job. Everybody's there to be a storyteller, to be an actor, to be a performer, to be a crew person, a coordinator, so on and so forth. You know, do your job. Let's stop the drama on sets. It is unnecessary. I know now in the adult industry, and this happened over the last year or so, that if anybody brings up any kind of negative talk or anything on a set, they were actually fired.
Oh, really?
On adult sets, yeah.
Any negative talk about what?
About that performer or about anybody else? Anybody?
Well, like if someone was
shit talking or body shaming or anything like that?
No, body shaming and shit talk is, I think, a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it's an example of how the adult industry really does police itself, and how the mainstream industry is really policing itself now. They take a lot of this very, very seriously. So any talk that's inappropriate to a young actress or actor,
like talking down,
or talking over sexually, that can be a violation.
Well, good. I think
good.
The professionalism, the level of professionalism being raised is a good thing. I know a lot of people miss like the heyday and the wild times and all that, and unfortunately, things like that get lost because bad actors make it to where that's not safe anymore. Yeah, who wouldn't want it to just be a free-for-all and we're just making money, having sex, and not having to have a lot of protocol and rules, but those are in place because people are kept safe by those things. And there's been instances in the past where people weren't protected and weren't kept safe. So the fact that there's boundary talk and consent talk and paperwork and things even like that. I mean, there was a video back in the day when it used to be so cool to make fun of porn stars. That was like literally showed a director or someone like talking shit to the porn star girl as she's crying walking off set.
I have situations.
And I'm just thinking like that used to be acceptable. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a heyday in porn where all the free for all was fun and all that, but then those things also happened.
Remember the condom law thing?
Yeah.
And we all protested and we walked
I
there.
don't know about that. What's it mean?
They had go tell them.
Yeah, they
Tell
were
'em.
trying to in LA County trying to mandate that performers had to use condoms or protective gear
as a law.
as a law in all of the movies that we created.
Yeah.
But obviously we know that part of the fantasy that we sell is that the condoms aren't there. So that was our part of the argument, but the medical argument is that using condoms in a work environment like we occupy, it creates a health hazard because the rubber or vinyl or whatever
You could be allergic.
yeah, like it's
Yeah.
different bodies are allergic to the material that condoms are made from. Not only that, with the constant stopping and starting of filming and resetting, condoms have to be taken on and off, so it causes
All the
abrasion.
time, right, yeah.
So it can cause rips and tears, skin tears, which could cause more infections and more
Yeah.
transfer of diseases if we are performing with open skin abrasions and rashes and tears because of condom abrasion. And it's just not useful in a sex working environment. Sex with condoms is useful in like a relationship or casual sex where it's just for like 15 minutes and you're done.
Yeah.
You
that-
know,
that
not
way-
for a 2-hour shoot or 5-hour shoot where there's
yeah.
constant different positions and resetting and all
Like
of these
dig
different
down.
things.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And also, yeah, condoms affect
Yeah.
hard-on, so then it's going to affect performance and it's going to affect the length of the shoot
Yeah.
if we're waiting to get things hard again, and then it's going to affect the man's psychology, and then it's going to affect his decision-making on whether he stays natural or injects or take pills or not, and then that's another health issue.
That's why
Do
I
not
love-
shoot up that Calvert jet.
Yeah.
That's why I love
Yeah.
Americans people about like we don't like it, we will protest for that. In Europe, in porn industry, it's like no, if you tell, they will do that.
Do
like,
what?
Like if they tell like use condom, they will use condom. It like it will be shoot forever, but like they will do that because it's loud. you
Yeah.
know. That way.
Interesting.
I remember there was a point in like the probably like late 90s where condoms were being used, the early 2000s. I don't know what was going on in that time in the industry because I wasn't a part of it. I was just an observer from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do
It's
you know like why that might have been popular at that time or like why it went out of style?
Because we started having some STD scares popping up around that time, late 90s, early 2000s. And there was one testing facility. It was AIM. It was kitty corner across from Jim South's office on Van Nuys Boulevard in the Sherman Oaks area. And that was a one testing place.
Only
And back
one?
then, testing only cost $40.
Wow.
God, no, so
It is
expensive.
$175, $185 now.
$200.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
be
know why.
200.
Like I don't know why people don't talk about it. It's super expensive.
It
I
is.
mean,
it-
people talk about it all the
outrageous.
time, but that's
Yeah?
not going to change it. It's
not
the,
gonna change
the
it. Why not?
clinics set the testing price because that's
They're
what they have to
gouging.
deal with
They're
from
gouging.
labs. So
Yeah.
they say for the 24-hour take.
Yeah.
But I
turnaround.
hear the moments when people make a fake test. I hear about that.
Well,
No,
yeah, I think
some
that
people got
started
kicked out.
becoming prominent
How does
when
it do that?
testing changed from 30 days to 2 weeks. I noticed.
Yeah.
Well, because of the price.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can afford $150 per month for 30-day tests, but then when it became 2 weeks.
$200
And then
twice a
it's-
month. There's
Yeah,
400.
that makes it hard for some people, and I think that
And
that
performers
changed.
are getting $400 a scene now.
Yeah, and I did.
Sex and
notice-
dialogue.
Well, I noticed it was guys that were doing a lot of the test faking, and they are the ones that make $400 a scene.
400 what? For what?
Dollars.
For boy girl?
The guys, yeah. They
No,
don't make
for a
as
boy
much
in a
as-
pickle jar. Yes, boy, girl. Yeah.
They don't make as much as us, the women.
Yeah.
So they make
Sandra, it's true.
They might not even make 500 unless they're like proven that they're kind of good.
We know, like.
I went on a set. I got $100 and a gift card to TJ Maxx.
I'm surprised
Now, it
you
was
even
a
got the
$200
gift card.
gift card, though. It was
surprised
very
you
nice.
even got
Yes.
the gift card.
Yeah, I got a
That is
nice
good
blender
business.
over there. Yeah. No, but seriously, it's the prices for talent have come down for the gentlemen and for the ladies, and the fact that they're cranking out these kids that are just
Well, we have
coming
a
off the
future
bus
problems.
from Bendover, Iowa, and they're
Yeah.
like running in there. Now, I was going to say this real quick before we go to commercial. There was a time back then when we just had this place AIM, and I think I've told you about this, honey. The wonderful, wonderful two big ladies, Sharon Mitchell and Nina Hartley, made an intro to porn video. You had to watch.
Yeah.
Were you just coming in then? When we
No,
had
but
that?
I saw it recently.
Yeah.
And it was made in 2003 or something.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So it was mandatory you had to watch that. What was on this tape? Basic stuff about hygiene, professionalism,
Yeah.
not drinking or doing
They even
drugs on
said
the set.
about condoms too,
Yeah,
which was
there's stuff
interesting.
about condoms, everything, and it was mandatory to do that. These agents now do not run over
it's
this
almost
basic.
like they want them to be dumb or something,
Right?
And learn the hard way, like on the job.
That's not
anymore.
smart. That's not smart because it takes up time on the production.
Yeah. Also, that was a feature that they were able to encourage and push forward because they were at the clinic and they created the clinic themselves.
That part.
That is a problem now because we at FSC, when PASS used to be a part of FSC, which is what I work for, Free Speech Coalition, and PASS is the testing system that operates the clinics.
Yeah, that's like-
But we tried, like in years ago, we tried to ask the clinics if they would have materials or
Yeah.
pamphlets for education, and they said no.
No.
And did they give a reason why? No?
Yeah.
They just didn't want to.
Get the fuck out.
I think it's a little bit
Which is
big
really
troubles.
discouraging because I've gone in there sometimes and I've seen like performers' side business cards and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which, good, fine. Let them make money on their side business. But this is literal business that we're all in,
That
and
part.
it's our health and safety standards. Why wouldn't you want people to be educated before they come into this industry? Especially because, like you said, a lot of people come from these states that don't have proper sex education or even any
Any
at
at
all.
Yeah.
And they're coming to work in the sex industry with like zero information about sex, sexuality,
Yeah.
sex health, sex standards,
Yeah. I'm
and
absolutely-
they only know I get wet, I get hard, penis goes in hole, and I make money.
No.
But you know,
And they don't know what a lot of the stuff is. I
yeah,
had a
they don't
young,
know hygiene
nothing.
standards.
There was a young girl who came up to our Inside the Industry Legends booth. And she goes, oh, when you were doing that seminar, I heard you talking about VHS. And she goes, I think my doctor got me a shot for that, so I'm protected. And I go, honey, VHS is a format that the movies used to be on. It's not an STD. See, these kids are dumb. They don't know this stuff. We were on the set, and this girl, she was not fresh as a summer's eve. So we told her she had to douche. So she goes, what's a douche?
Yeah.
And I go, didn't your mother ever teach you? And she goes, I was raised by my grandma. And I go, well, I'm sure your grandma hasn't douched since Kennedy was president.
No,
So
my
we
God.
gave her the bottle. Oh, there's more. So we gave her the bottle, and she goes in, left the door open on the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she just sat there, and poured it on the outside, in the top. And I go, it's not salad dressing. You have to put the bottle inside and clean. Oy vey.
It's more
They
easy
don't
to
know
dominate
how to
without-
do
At
these
least
things.
she poured it
The
on
true
the
story.
parts. I heard a story of a girl that had an enema bottle and she didn't know what to do with it, and she opened it up and drank it.
No way!
Because they just gave it to her.
I almost choked in my water.
She
Oh
did.
my God.
No
Drinking that
way!
enema water juice.
Oh, stop. You gotta stop.
No, but
Okay.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So
Not
it
funny.
would be good for everybody in the industry if we were educated even just at a basic level about
Right.
things.
It's so weird.
Well, when we come back from the commercial, we're going to talk about now the mainstream actors. Should they maybe have some sex education
Yeah.
before doing the scene?
From you, please.
Yeah, but that's more money then. Jing jing. All right. Speaking of jing jing, let's go away to a commercial break. Jing jing, and we'll be
You can
right
cash
back.
up her.
And we are back. Where are you going? What?
Chocolate. Oh, let me do that for you.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. Of
course.
That's not your job.
It's my job.
No. Oh, honey, she's such a doll.
Thank you.
So,
Of course.
right before we went to the break there, I asked you the question there. Maybe the education that we have with the adult industry, which is not as much as we used to have, but do you think that's important for a mainstream actor to know what they're doing? You know, because maybe this actor maybe wasn't really that sexually active, or they didn't know the right way to do stuff. So
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I have those conversations beforehand, just to kind of get a feel of where an actor is coming from. I feel like it's important. Oops. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's
I
okay.
feel like it's important to understand their level of experience just in life, because you know, some people that you think, oh, I'm gonna have to be extra tender with this person or extra precious, and then you get on the phone with them and they're like, oh yeah, cool, I'm totally fine, I have no issues, and then you're like, okay, fine, like, wow, this was easier than I expected.
And you got to remember that they're doing that sexual act, that intimacy act, as their character.
Yeah.
Not as them as
Themselves.
the actor.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
sometimes like a certain character like has to give a certain type of sexual performance, not just like basic but like maybe, you know, not just basic, but
Their
maybe
character would not
maybe
say
it's got to
that.
be really passionate and fiery and almost toxic sex, like
Yeah.
one of those. And then the actor's like, well, I'm not really like that in real life, so like you're gonna help me get to that point. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, thank you for letting me know, so I know how to coach you to,
Yeah, but is your character more aggressive sexually?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for instance, if an actor's real personality is so different than their character's sexual personality, I am there to help coach that out of them.
Wow.
Whether it's like the softness and they're not used to moving slow and soft.
I mean, but do you
or whether it's
choreograph?
aggressive. Yeah.
Do you choreograph?
Yeah, sometimes.
Start out kissing, then go into oral, then go into doggy, or
Yeah,
I mean, I'm saying porn terms.
Well,
but
yeah,
for
you're definitely
mainstream.
saying porn terms,
Yeah.
because we
Oh,
will say
Sandra,
terms that
thank
are,
you.
Thank you. We will say terms that are much more clinical.
Yeah.
So like it would be more like
Conclusive.
yeah, you'll do like 4 beats of kissing, then his hand will travel down your side of your rib.
So
down to
you're
your
choreographing
torso.
this,
Yeah.
not the director and the
Or they
showrunner
might
are giving you.
give an idea of what they want to see.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of make suggestions and we'll paint this picture together. So I'll give them the coordinates. So instead of saying,
Are you digging that?
so instead of saying doggy, I'll just be like, and then, you know, you'll be on your knees, and then he'll come up from behind, and then he can grab your waist, and then you guys can start with the action.
And this is in a lot of mainstream stuff
Yeah.
nowadays. Yeah.
Because you don't want to
Right?
throw out porn
I don't know.
terms,
Yeah.
because that puts people's minds in porn world, and it puts people's minds in the gutter.
That's
Once
an
you start
interesting point.
Once you start flinging around those terms loosely, then everybody's flinging those terms. Camera guy, lighting guy, then we're making jokes, then we're telling sex jokes. And I'm not saying this will always happen, but it's just a human nature. Like, once one person's talking like this, that means I can talk like this.
Yeah. I can
That's
talk,
true.
you know.
Yeah. So you're almost kind of like a Dr. Ruth in a way,
It's good. It's good.
right?
It does feel that way. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of they're mainstream. There was a moment, thank God I do have experience with kink.com, where they were like, isn't there, like, there was a lot of BDSM moments and stuff, and
In this mainstream project.
yeah, and they were asking about like, isn't there protocol for certain things? And I was like, yeah, okay, like, I'll tell you a little bit about how we would do this. You know,
doggy style?
well, no, like BDSM, certain things, like, because he had to, like, blindfold the girl and, like, tie her hands behind her wrists back, like, behind her back.
And this is for a mainstream thing.
Yeah, kind of explain, like, how you would do it, because you wouldn't just, if he's the dom, he wouldn't just, like, do it, like, soft and nice, like, he would kind of do it with some force.
Right.
Some, you know.
Yeah. Wait.
To, like, you know, show her authority. That kind of thing. So those are the things that I would coach them on.
Wow.
You know, because
they're fascinating.
It's so
they might not
Yeah.
even consider that, because they're just thinking of their lines and the things that they have to say, you know.
But they do sex, right? They know what.
Yeah, like if they're doing, but it depends on their character. So if the character's like soft and gentle, then I'll show them like how to move slower, how to breathe through it, and do things like that. But if the character's more domineering and fierce and they're moving like this, then I'm like, no, you have to do forceful movements. You have to do like strong things that make it look like something's happening.
But they don't understand. You have to explain.
You have to let them know what it looks like.
So if you have an adult actress there, it's more easy to work, I guess, right? If you have
Oh my God.
What is there?
There's
There's
like
something in my cup.
Let me change.
Okay. It looks like a worm in the bottom of the tequila bottle.
I know.
I'm sorry about
Do
that.
you have any champagne somewhere?
Isn't there champagne in the cupboard there? Well, listen, we're almost wrapping up here, so come on back. We're almost wrapping up here now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's perfectly all right. We'll get you a whole fresh bottle. Don't worry, honey. Okay, so wrapping stuff up here now. Lotus Lain, our special guest with Sandra and I tonight on Inside the Industry. Adult star, but now working as an intimacy coordinator in mainstream and adult. Is this a lucrative job to make money? Yes or no?
I think it has been for me, and it is for me because of the time that I got into the industry as far as intimacy coordinating. It was right at the time when the Me Too movement started taking place. So I started getting my training in 2021. I finished around that time. And
How long did it take?
I would say at least a year and a half.
Whoa!
But this was during the pandemic.
Ah,
so
I
think
dig.
it was taking a bit longer because we were doing things on Zoom. Everybody was doing it for the first times on Zoom. So, you know.
And could guys do this as well as women, or is it just women?
Yeah, there are a few male intimacy coordinators, not as many, but there are.
How you explain to them?
I mean, if they have to work like on a gay scene, like gay male scene, I feel like they'd have a lot more knowledge about what to do than I would.
Right.
But it's not to say that I wouldn't take that on. I just think that we all have our different strengths.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I can't see a straight male sex coordinator on a gay intimacy scene.
I think it's in mainstream is normal when he's gay.
But I mean, it's still they're doing the basics.
Yeah, it's body parts and safety with the actors, you know.
Now, are you using safety words like they do, like at Kink?
Yeah, I mean, I just keep it really simple. I just say, you can say my name, Lotus.
Okay.
As a pause, and then we'll know to take a break or a moment. No one's ever actually had to say it, you know.
So you'd have like James Franco and some girl, and the girl's going, Lotus, Lotus. Or if it's James Franco, lawsuit. Yeah.
Shit.
He's pretty notorious. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll just tell the director that we need to cut, you know, and then I'll talk to the actors, see what they need, what we need to adjust.
Wow.
It happens when some like actors say, "No, I will never do that in my life." Like something like.
But if they're offering you a shitload of money, all of a sudden that changes.
But maybe they don't.
Oh well, usually if there's something that an actor just like refuses to do, we just find a workaround. You know, can we do it from a different camera angle where you don't have to touch and interact body parts, or can we do it from this other moment like this, and then we can cut this part that we already filmed into it, and then we don't have to even do that. So sometimes we can do negotiations and like work it out. Like, it's not like we're ever gonna force an actor to do something if they're refusing.
Lotus, as an intimacy coordinator, do you make more money on a mainstream than you would on an adult?
Good question. Maybe I go there too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say more is like...
Because you're covered by SAG on mainstream.
I would say, there is a potential to make more because, for instance, like, unless it's a feature on an adult set, you're working the one day and then it's done.
Like for Ricky Greenwood or somebody like that.
Unless it's a feature. But not everyone works on features.
No.
And usually it's the one shoot and like for the one day and then you're done. I mean, that can even happen with intimacy coordinating. I will just say I get less pushback about my rate in mainstream.
That part. That's good. Okay.
So I have to do less negotiating for my rate, I guess.
Yeah. Now, does it take a while to get that, after you do the training, to get that certification?
Yeah, because you have to actually do on the job training, like the
free
last step of it. And
like an intern.
Yeah, I mean, kind of intern, but not always for free. It depends on what you can negotiate, you know.
Yeah.
If you're shadowing someone, usually that will be for free, so you're just like watching an actual intimacy coordinator on set do their job, and you're kind of learning
and taking notes
by watching and taking notes. But if that person hires you as like their or like you know, like I was describing earlier, where it's a bigger scene and you need two, then and they usually will negotiate a rate large enough to where they can pay you from their rate. It'll be less, like not the full rate, because obviously you're still.
But you're getting a foot in the door.
Foot in the door experience, and at least like some sort of like.
Yeah.
It's happened
something to where you're not just like there for $0.
It's happened since like, can you do that because you're better than the actor or actress do it?
Do what?
Like switch the actor, you know?
I mean, no, they don't really. I've never been on a set where they switched actors out.
Because they just couldn't perform.
No, I mean, if there's ever been moments where it's been difficult because of the actor, we just usually just like power through.
Yeah. Well, you haven't got a choice.
Yeah, because once
you got some actor that's pulling in like, you know, 4 figures a day.
Also, once you film some things and they start, you know, getting upset halfway through, there's no way to replace them, because then you'd have to reshoot the whole film.
Yeah.
Including every other person's
Yeah,
scenes.
5 figures a day. And this guy's going like, wow, I've got my own separate trailer, and so what? I can't do that. Then you have to come in and say, we have days like this all the time. You don't get along. You have to work on that chemistry between the two of you and get through it. And then pull off the scene. Great example, and this is a good movie to watch probably for Valentine's weekend. 9.5 Weeks.
Oh.
Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger, right? That is an incredible movie, and it had the most steamy love scenes in it, and those two hated each other. Like cats and dogs in the summer.
And
they were trying to pull tricks on each other. Yeah. They'd show up on set with bad breath and BO to throw off the other person. But when that camera rolled and they went into those intimate scenes, it was hot, because they are two great professional actors. But this does happen. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean, it does, and usually we just try and give space so that the actor can breathe through whatever it is they're going through.
That part, yeah.
Because the more you agitate them or rush them, the more time you're actually making it take. Yeah. And they need more time to recover from being agitated and bothered and all this. So
very true.
I feel like there's a lot of like conflict mediation that goes into my job. A lot of like diplomacy.
Wow. So you deserve every penny you get.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like it's funny because I feel like it's the training of intimacy coordinating and the practice of doing so on set, and especially this past year 2025, working every month last year on different sets, I think it has changed my personality too for the better, where I'm just less reactive and I'm more observant and patient and able to understand different personalities and adapt to them and work with them. Even if it's not agreeable.
Yeah.
Even if it's not agreeable.
Is there a website that people could go to do more background information on this kind of work?
On how to be an intimacy coordinator?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I went through 2 different study programs. The first was Cintima, which is spelled Cintima, and the other one is IDC Professionals, and you can look them both up. They're both accredited by SAG. So, and there's like only 7 programs accredited through SAG. So.
And definitely want to get that SAG approved, definitely. This has been an incredibly great and insightful episode of Inside the Industry, because this time we really went inside mainstream and adult.
Inside 2 industries.
Right. Yes. And really an incredible thing. Where can they follow you online, dear?
You can follow me at IC Lotus on Instagram, so it's icy.lotus. Or if you want to see spicy stuff, go to my bit.ly links, which is bit.ly/Lotus Links.
Very cool. Yeah. And I've known this woman for a long time. We've been friends for decades now. And, you know, when I needed to get an intimacy coordinator for Scissors Chapter 2, first and only person I contacted was this young lady here, and I was very fortunate to have her on the movie because we wouldn't have been able to get through it without her. Yeah. So again,
the only way out was through.
Yeah, that part. All right, Sandra, your social media, dear?
So my social media is Instagram.
Hold on a second. That damn bird is going. What is that? Like, see the bird there?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
It's a robot.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Sandra again.
So my Instagram is Sandra Luberc, SL Sensitive Visual, and my Twitter X is Sandra Luberc, S Luberc. Thank you.
And Gizmo, what's your social media?
He doesn't enjoy him to look at her. He'll look at her like that.
And at James Bartolet9 on Instagram. I do the live Instagram now every Friday around 2 o'clock. So cool little stories there for 15 minutes. Log in with that. I've got the OnlyFans, InsideTheIndustry.net. We've got everything out there. Don't forget our Roku TV channel, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You can watch us on the channel. There's so many things on there just besides these episodes.
It's for free?
And it's free, yes. And then we're on the YouTube as well. And everything else, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. Thank you, Lotus Lain, so much. I hope we covered everything you wanted to cover.
And we talked about a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was comfortable just kicking here and eating and important stuff.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
like
for
that
having
kind of
me.
people
Very
so
good.
don't spend
Happy
time.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day, my
Valentine's.
love.
Happy Valentine's.
And happy Valentine's to you out there. Till next time, I'm James Bartolet.
And I'm Lotus.
And Sandra Luberc.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay.